those that scream the loudest are probably the ones you need to be worried about. We have seen this over and over again with projection. Projection is something I've covered over on the Geeks and Gamers channel for years, and is something we have continued to see. The people that get on social media, the people that get on the mainstream media and preach and scream and make accusations are almost always guilty of something themselves, and they are trying to hide it by projection. We have seen this with the Capitol Hill situation. Now, I have said many times, the people that went into that Capitol building are idiots. I do not support them. They do not represent me. I will call them out, just like I will call out BLM and Antifa. And I said in my first video, I'm fairly certain there's probably some Antifa and BLM people within that group trying to make the situation worse. Well, it's been proven that that is the case, and anybody that's paid attention to how these far left-wing groups operate knew that that was a very strong possibility. You also know that Trump supporters typically don't act like that. That's not to say there weren't Trump supporters in that building, because there were, and those people are fucking idiots, and I don't support them at all. But Antifa and BLM were clearly involved, and all it takes is the slightest bit of common sense. Well, CNN is too busy ignoring BLM and Antifa when they burn cities to the ground, but as soon as the Capitol Hill situation happened and they can paint all Trump supporters, all 75 million Trump supporters, as terrible people because of the actions of a few, they did that because they are hypocrites and they are constantly projecting. Well, now the walls are starting to close in a little bit on CNN, and they seem to be getting kind of worried, as a matter of fact, and it's pretty damn awesome. Right here, you have Jake Tapper. Again, the folks who helped spread the big lie about the election that led to the terrorist attack want to change the subject. That's GOP office holders. That's MAGA media. That's anyone afraid of facing accountability because they know they have blood on their hands. Well, what is he talking about? Well, he's talking about this right here. Here's the Trump supporter who was arrested for agitating the attack on Capitol Hill, John Sullivan. Oh, wait, he's actually a left-wing activist wearing a Trump hat. Look-a there. Look-a there indeed. And guess what channel he appeared on? CNN. That's right, CNN, constantly projecting, constantly trying to blame everyone that they hate, specifically Trump and Trump supporters, on this, where they gave a platform to this person, John Sullivan, the founder of Insurgents USA, a far left-wing activist. They gave this person a platform to spew their lies and their misinformation. This person posed as a Trump supporter to go into the Capitol building to cause problems, to make Trump supporters look bad. And now CNN knows that they are facing the backlash. There's a lot going on too. Project Veritas is dropping stuff about Jack Dorsey. It is crazy. And a lot of us are worried. We don't know how to approach a lot of these topics because why? Because everything is so crazy right now. The censorship is out of control. CNN and the mainstream media are so crooked, and there is so many lies out there, and they are silencing anyone with an opinion. There's a lot of videos that I've wanted to make on this channel in the last few days, and I just trying to choose my battles right now because it's so insane what is going on. Things are out of control. Tim Pool's Facebook page has been censored the last time I checked. I haven't followed up on that in a day or two. Conservatives are getting silenced all over social media. They took Trump down. They took Parler down. Every time that anybody gets a following or any significant traction, then the big tech and the mainstream targets them. That's just how they operate. And now here they are with their hypocrisy being completely exposed. And what do? People like Jake Tapper are too busy trying to spin it because they are breaking down, because they know that the walls are closing in on their narrative. Jake Tapper is a terrible person. I've been following Jake Tapper for a long time. And once upon a time, Jake Tapper was a respectable person at CNN. There was a lot of people at CNN that were respectable. And through the Trump era, you have seen them slowly fall into TDS and lose their minds. And that mask that they were wearing slipped off, and they have shown their true colors as hateful people that simply want their echo chamber. And if you disagree with them, they will do anything they can do to take you down, to slander you, to paint you with a broad brush. That is where we are right now, and it is absolutely ridiculous. People are sick of this. People are tired of being silent simply for having a different opinion, and that is where we are. 75 million people voted for Donald Trump. You don't have to like that. You don't have to agree with that. But that is what happened, and they have their own reasons for doing that. And the heavy majority of those people did that because they believe in this president. You can sit there and find, when you have 75 million people, of course you're going to have a few people that are insane and nuts. And they are trying to take the few out there that are the fringe supporters, and they're trying to paint an entire narrative around 75 million people. It is absolutely ridiculous. But that's what CNN does. It's called projection. When they call you ists, when they call you isms, when they say this, when they say that, they are simply projecting, because they are the ones that are guilty of that, yet they want to sit there and take the attention off of them, and they want to seem more wonderful and virtuous on social media. So the more they're out there preaching about all of this stuff, diversity and representation and all of that, you can almost certainly believe that that is a person who is guilty of the thing they are accusing you of. There's no reason for a normal thinking person to make all of these claims about, I'm for diversity. People that are for diversity don't have to preach to tell you they're for diversity, because it's a normal thinking, rational mindset to just have like, yeah, I'm fine with people that don't look like me and don't sound like me and don't think like me. That's just part of being a human, to just have interactions with people regardless of their race or gender or background. So when someone gets on social media and consistently preaches about how much they're for these things, you're going, who does that? Like, who is constantly preaching about this stuff? Why are you preaching about something that is normal for the heavy majority of logical thinking people? It's because they're projecting. It's because they are covering something up. That is the problem. Think about it. Think about all of the times you are all regular people that's watching this. I worked in the retail industry for 15 years. How many times do we go to work and one of our coworkers is like, I'm for diversity. And you're like, what? What are you talking about? Why are you telling me this, bro? Like, of course, like, who cares? We're all cool. We're all just individuals. Normal people don't talk like that. Twitter is not the real world. And when you have these news anchors and these Hollywood nut jobs constantly preaching and calling everyone else an ist or an ism, they are projecting. That is what it comes down to. Now, we'll see what happens. Obviously, big tech, CNN, they still control the narrative for a lot of people, and they're going to do their best. When desperation is setting in, that's when they will start really lashing out. So we'll continue to watch how this all plays out, but we are dealing with a lot of nonsense right now. It's almost exhausting to follow all of this. I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know. I'm simply sharing my opinion. That's it. If you have different opinions, if you have a different opinion, feel free to share it below in the comments, or find a source that you think is giving you better information. I am simply giving you my opinion based on what I am seeing, and that's it. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I've got a lot. I've got a Minds account at DDayCobra. I've got a Clout Hub at DDayCobra. You can find me on, all of these news sites, Gab at DDayCobra. It's all DDayCobra. Minds seems to work pretty good. I'm kind of enjoying Minds the most at this point. We'll see how it all plays out, but geeksandgamers.com is my home. That is my website. That is what we are developing. So we have forums over there. You can create an account for free, and for $10 a month, you can support us with our premium membership, get you exclusive access. We are working on an app right now. We have a lot of cool stuff in the works, so I hope you will support us. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.